Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jeanette Diaz and this is my baby Rafael. This video is story time, as you guys can already tell, and I'm gonna talk about how I turned out 15/19 and pregnant. So let's off by starting with the video of my 15. So I was planning my 15 with two of my other cousins of my dad's family, and we each had to pick three chambelanes, one main chambelan, and then the two that would just pair up. Like, we each had three. So as mine, I picked actually randomly, I picked a boy that I really never talked to, but a lot of people knew him, so I was like, yes, I'm gonna pick this guy, of course I'm gonna do it. And then at that time I picked my baby daddy, but I did not put him as my main, just because I have a cousin my age and I thought it would have been perfect to have him, because if I would have put my baby daddy, I knew that we wouldn't have made it long enough, and then I would have totally changed my mind and later regretted it. So I picked my cousin. So I had them three and it was all perfect. Mind you, my baby daddy was actually a new boy, a new student at our school a couple years before, and he had actually dated everyone in town. Excuse me, I'm a mother, so this video is gonna be like a little interrupted by my child. So I wasn't interested. Like, I saw him and I was like, why is everyone going nuts about this guy? Like, this guy is like not even my style. He had like a green hair, like a mohawk. Anyways, the point is, I wasn't even interested. So he dated a specific girl, for a very, very long time. And after their romance or whatever, their relationship was over, he was really heartbroken and he became my friend. And he would hang out with me, and I was already with Rafa's dad, even though we didn't meet each other. And that's a whole different story. I could tell you guys that story. Just leave on the comment section of like what story you would be interested on, but that one's another one. And I was with him at the time, and then something happened between us that didn't work out. So at that time I also was single, and we were just friends. Like, he would go to my house, he would eat there, he would, like, my mom was like the best person to him, like, ever. Like, you wouldn't see a mother be like this nice to a boy, you know? And she did it mainly because she really liked him, and she knew his background, so he mentioned his background to her, and she was very like, I feel for you and blah 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 blah. So she was really, really nice to him. So we became friends, and then my 15 came up, and he actually asked me out in front of my mom, and he gave us flowers, and he gave me like a Build-A-Bear, a pink Build-A-Bear, and it was like so romantic, and he wanted me, and I was like, oh my god, like, this guy that everyone likes, blah 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 blah, wants me, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll date you. So I dated him for a while, and after, so my birthday is on January, and my 15 was gonna be in June. So my 15 passed my actual birthday, and we started dating. Then I did my quinceañera practices right after that, so I could do my 15, and he was involved in them. So we were together, and everything happened so fast that, like, right after my 15, sorry, I'm like in a runny nose because I was like sweating and cleaning, and just I had to get ready for this video. I'm getting sidetracked. So I was busy, and that's why if my runny nose is bothering you, I'm sorry. So I was at so we were at my 15 practices, and everything happened super quick, like super quick. Like, in a blink of an eye, I find out I'm pregnant. Like, mind you, I was actually at his ex-girlfriend's house while I found out I was pregnant. Like, how crazy is that? Like, okay, so I find out I'm pregnant and I freak out, right? I tell one of my friends that was also there to contact him and tell him like this and this. So he was actually very happy. Like he was very happy that we were gonna have a baby. And I'm over here like, what? Like, what? Like, you don't know. Like, for those of you that have Hispanic parents, know that like at the time my cousin found out she was pregnant, she was 19, guys, and she had it so hard by our family. She had it tough, like really tough. Like she had it super hard. I don't know how she dealt with it. But there you see me, 15 and pregnant. 15 and pregnant. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't even explain to you. I don't know. That's all I can say. I do not know. So that was my little rant. So I freak out. I tell my mom days later. I don't know how I build the courage to tell her, but it was just one day that I literally felt like throwing up, and I had to suck it in because I hadn't told her, and I knew she would put two and two together and find out. So we went to the Mexican, and I was like upset, and I'm never upset. Like, I'm never upset. So we went to this Mexican store and we were walking, and I was super upset. I wasn't talking to her. She was like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, why aren't you talking about Luis? Or why are you like telling me chismes? Or like, what is wrong with you? And I was just quiet. And then I get home and I sit in my room and I start bawling. Like, I just start bawling. And she walks in and she's like, what happened? I was like, I need to talk to you. And once I said I need to talk to you, like crying, she just stood there, and she was like, you're pregnant, huh? Like, she knew. Like, she literally knew. And at the time, actually, I told Luis to tell his parents at the same time. So he had already told them. So they were like already, since I told him my mom was gonna kick me out, I had them prepared to like come talk to her, because I was freaking out. I was like, I'm gonna be homeless. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna get kicked out. And he had already told them. So I told my mom, and she was like, you're pregnant. She started crying. She called like 50 of my aunts and uncles, telling them like, I'm so upset, Janet's pregnant, what are we gonna do? Mind you, my dad was in Mexico because he got deported, so my mom was being a single mom, and it was really hard for her just to have me and my brother. Like, she works hard, guys. Like, my mom is a hard working woman. Like, she's no joke. She will, like, you don't know, she's a tough one. So like, I just felt like, you know, you disappoint your parents. Like, if you're pregnant as a teen, you know you disappoint them. And my disappointment was even bigger, just because, like, guys, she's a single mother. Like, I totally let her down. Like, at this point, I let her down. Like, I just totally let her down. So, sorry, my child's like out of control. So I let my mom down and I told her that I was pregnant. And so she called my dad, and my dad talked to me. He was upset. He was crying. He was like, I'm so disappointed. Like, I leave. This is what you do. This is what you come up with. Like, I can't believe it. Your mother, you know things are gonna change. No school for you. Blah, 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 blah. He was like, I was mad at him for leaving. He was mad at me for what I did. So it was just a bad conversation. So I was upset. And my big brother, Ugo, was at the house at the moment. And he was like, even like, dude, like, what did you do? Like, why would you do it? Like, hello. And I'm gonna put this out. I'm pretty sure you guys had it coming, and those who know me know this. My mom, my whole family never really liked Luis. There was a couple and a few people in my family who actually did, but majority of them did not like him, and they only sucked it up for me because they love me, and they were like, she wants to be with him, then we will have to suck it up. So they were like, even more like, dude, like, Janet, hello, like, what are you doing? So I turned out pregnant. Months happened. We didn't see progress with Lewis. He wasn't mature. He was mature. It's just, it took him a while, and he and me were raised super differently, that things that we were, it was just not working. It wasn't like, it was just a tough situation. And in school, like, come on, I'm a fresh, I just came out as a freshman, and I'm pregnant. Like, everyone, there was no other pregnant girl there besides me. There was no one. Like, it was just this pregnant freshman walking around the hallway, and everyone's staring at you. And yeah, there was nice people. There was nice people telling me, like, oh my god, you're so cute. Can I touch your belly? Like, mostly because of him. He was more popular than me. Like, I was just like the hello. Like, I was just like, whatever. I only had like a circle of friends. I would be nice to people, of course, but I only had like, in my head, I know who they are, and they're the real MVP, and I love them always. And they've always been my high school friends and middle school friends, so they know who they are. And it was just a circle, and he was the one that was like everywhere, like, oh yeah, we're talking to him, and it's crazy, like, he's the best guy in the world, and blah 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 blah. And so they would talk to me because of him. Oh yeah, he found you guys. Sorry, he's just, so that happened, and that's how I found out. That's how we told our parents. Actually, the day after, his parents, you know how I told you guys that I had prepared them, they came and they were like, yeah, we're taking Janet, like, she came out pregnant, like, we're gonna take responsibility, we're gonna look after her, we're gonna take care of her, we're gonna love her, like, she'll come visit you, like, blah 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 blah. And the thing that surprised me the most was that my mom did not let me go. She didn't let me go. I stayed with my mom. My mom supported me. My mom, she took on the role of another mother, of a dad figure. She was amazing. I love her for that. And I love her for telling them, like, you know, she's my daughter, and even though she did me wrong, she's staying with me. Like, I'm not gonna let her go. And there's parents, I know personally people that tell them, like, you know what, you're my daughter, but you did this wrong and you're leaving. And I also know other people that also did as my mom, like, she's gonna stay with me. Like, so it just happened, and that was the way I found out when I was 15 and pregnant. And no one ever looked at me the same way, and they still don't. People, my family, look at me like I'm some psycho. Like, they never saw it coming. Like, they would tell me, like, you look so, like, intelligent. Like, you looked like you were gonna grow up. Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm not supporting. I'm not saying, go get knocked up, girl. Like, you do it. It's gonna be, like, the best thing in the world, being a young mom. You can see this as right now. It's not easy. Like, even me sitting here talking to you guys, it's not even easy. Like, I have to be, you know, like, telling my baby, like, oh, you want to play, like, you want travel, you want to do this, like, you hungry, like, I have to go shower him. Like, there's things that people just stare at you and they're like, they're doing that. And they also say it's a trend, people are doing that purposely. You know what, I did not do this purposely. I did not get pregnant purposely. And actually, if I did, and the reason why I am pregnant, I am a mom right now, is because something happened to me, and you won't understand it. You don't know who I am. You don't know what happened to me. You don't know my past. So yeah, I am a teenage mother of two. Yeah, I understand. And like I told you, people look at you so differently, and they judge you just by staring at you. And they, even your own family, they don't know like what you're thinking. Like, at that time, he was my first ever truly boyfriend, like, for real, like, in person, like, taking you serious, like, de manita sudada. Like, that was my first boyfriend. And yeah, I ended up pregnant. Like, I understand you, like, it's stupid, like, how did I let this happen? But like I said, I don't know. It happened in a blink of an eye. Like, I can control my life, but I don't, like, it just, it happened. So that's my 15 in story. To come now with my 19 and pregnant story is a little bit different. I know I've been talking for a while and I'm gonna make it a little shorter. I had been dating Eddie, his father, for let's say a year and a couple months, and a year and like 3 months, and he was very, 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 very committed to us. He, up till this day, is very responsible towards what he does and his actions. Obviously everyone makes mistakes and no one's perfect. He's made mistakes of his own and he's not perfect. I'm not gonna say, oh, he's like the best baby daddy. Like, he knows how to take care of everything, every situation. Like, dude, I don't have any problems. No, we have problems and it's nobody's business, but I mean, he is a better father than some fathers out there. I'm just gonna put it that way. And so we were dating, it was all well, and we had a little moment of we didn't know if we were gonna stay together anymore, and it was mostly me, my insecurities, my past, and coming off of a very toxic and abusive relationship. Also, if you guys want a story about that, I will be happily to share. Just please comment down below, like I said. Coming off of a very toxic relationship with my first baby daddy, I had a build wall, and I was very, very like distant towards doing and moving on super quick with him. So I was very insecure. So when we had that moment of like, we don't know if we're staying together or not, I went into depression, and a friend of mine helped me out a lot. She was actually across the street and now she lives in Reno. And you guys, well, whoever watches this and knows who I'm talking about is mi flaquita, la güera. She knows who she is. And she helped me out a lot. She's a true one. He likes me now. And so after coming off of that, the like reconciliación, whatever, this guy came up and I found out I was pregnant by fainting on the freeway when Eddie was taking me back home. As you guys know, I come from Lake Tahoe, California, and Eddie is from Reno, Nevada. He was actually not born here though. He was born in LA, but I don't know why I put that out there. He lives here in Reno. Well, we live here in Reno, and he was taking me home. I passed out. I fainted. Then I don't know how he managed to drive back and like wake me up and put me like get me unconscious and like alert. Like, I don't know how he was able to like wake me up from that and then take me to the store, and we got a pregnancy test. I was for sure like, okay, I'm pregnant. Like, I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, I feel it. Like, after this, I know I'm pregnant. And he was like, dude, you're not pregnant. Like, stop it. Like, you need to stop. Also, I was on birth control. So this is why he was like, dude, like, you are not pregnant. Like, you're on birth control. Like, your birth control is on you right now. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I'm pregnant, dude. Like, I'm pregnant. And I took the test. I actually took 3 tests, and they came out positive. And he was like, what? Like, what? Like, I was actually the one that was like, oh, okay, I'm pregnant. Like, I'm pregnant. And he was kind of more like, just because of my birth control, he didn't think it was possible. And since I didn't want to take it off, whenever he'd be like, it bothers me, blah, blah, too much FYI. But he was just shocked that I had birth control and I got pregnant. So I find out I'm pregnant, and the next day we tell my mom together, and my mom asked him questions. He answered them. He said he was gonna take me home with him. My mom was upset, of course, but he said that how were we gonna make it together, and he had a job and he had a car. He said, I will bring her. Mind you, my first baby daddy like barely had a bicycle, so she was a very like impressed, like not impressed, like oh my god they're gonna make it, but she was feeling a little bit better about it this time. And after what happened with my first son, she was very blessed and very excited to have Rafa in our lives. So we told her, she cried a little. She wasn't too upset. She was mostly like thankful. Um, I'm back. So she was very excited to know that we were having Rafa, and she was very blessed. So days after this happened, we everyone knew except Eddie's parents, and Eddie was kind of more, it was his first time telling his own parents that we were pregnant. And actually I remember me leaving my house and telling my mom that I was gonna live with him. I was taking off, and I remember getting my clothes, and I remember her being upset and not really saying goodbye. um, I knew everything was gonna be okay, but just her not saying goodbye made me a little bit more upset, and made like just the situation of me leaving a little bit more heartbroken, a little bit more heartbrokening. Um, so I leave, and I'm staying at Eddie's house for about 2 days. And I remember perfectly Eddie's mom texting him and telling him like, your dad's wondering like what's happening, like did she get kicked out, like what are you guys, like what is your plan, like are you moving together, are you gonna like what's going on. And I remember Eddie said, I need to talk to you when you get home. And I remember her getting home and then them walking into our room, and just Eddie being like, I need to talk to you guys. And once they heard that, they were like, what, is she pregnant? And I remember Eddie saying, yeah. And Eddie's mom was like, are you serious? Like, are you playing? Are you guys playing with me? Because we usually play a lot with her. And she thought it was like a joke, and that we were pulling on her like always. And I remember Eddie saying, no, it's for real. And I just see his dad's face. Like, he was just so disappointed. And he was like, what? Like, just staring at us like, okay. And Eddie's mom was actually crying. She cried, and it wasn't for upsetness, it was just, it shocked her, especially because Eddie had dropped out of high school and still is dropped out of high school, and it was my senior year. So she was just like worried of like what's gonna happen, like what are you guys gonna do, like what are your plans, like she was just scared for us. And she knows my story. She knows that I am prepared. Like, I know what it is to be a mom. I am a mom for 4 years already. Whoever says I'm not can come and talk to me personally, but I am a mom. Like, I consider myself a mom since Aaron was born, and even though he left me, I am a mom. Like, he's my child forever and ever. Like, it's not like, oh, you had him and he left, you're not a mom anymore. I'm a mom. So she knew I'm a mom, and she was more okay with that. Not okay, but she was more content with that. Like, okay, she knows what she's doing, kind of it in the situation. Like, now that she's there, she knows what she's doing. And with Eddie, she was a little bit more like, okay, I don't know if it's gonna hit him in time. Like, he'll be like, yeah, we're pregnant, but it doesn't really hit you when you find out. It hits you later on, and it hits you in an unexpected time. Like, you don't even know when it's gonna hit you. So she was just like shocked for that. We talked about what we were gonna do. We said we were gonna stay there just until we got money. We're still here. We're getting money to improve our living and to take it on our own and just go off on our own. Not to mind you, Eddie has 3 cars. We don't know where we're gonna put those at. And we have a bunch of stuff everywhere, and we're just trying to figure things out right now, but that's not the point. We told her everything. We talked about it. So honestly, the hardest part for me was telling my family all over again. I just told my mom, and I told her, you know what? let's leave it as that. I told you, and people will find out when people will find out. Like, I didn't even tell anyone. I didn't tell my dad. I didn't tell my cousins. I didn't, like, when they found out was when they're gonna find out. Like, if my cousins find out at their high school, like, oh, your cousin's pregnant, they were gonna find out then. Like, I don't want to make it such a big thing this time, just because last time it was such a big thing. Even though they were disappointed, they were excited. And what happened, I was just afraid. And again, like, they judge you, they stare at you, they think all these things. And especially once again, like, getting pregnant again, it was just like another slap to their face. And I know some of them were embarrassed of it. They might not say it like, okay, we're embarrassed of her, but I know they were. And my friends, it's my friends too. Like, people will feel embarrassed. People will feel ashamed of you. People will feel bad for you. But honestly, it's you who has to take on this responsibility. And it's you and your opinions that should matter. No one else's. Not even if your baby daddy is. God knows what he is. But if he's not helping you and you want to take on this responsibility, then take it. Take it, because as a mother who lost a child, I cannot explain. I can't explain not having Rafa in my life. Waking up and not seeing him there. And acting like it never happened. Of course, I never acted like anything happened with Rafa, but it's just different. I was not supposed to be at that high school. I know it for a fact now. Going back, it made me feel horrible. Everyone treats you like you're fragile, and of course you are, but you don't want it to be looked at it as that way. And it's scary. Any reaction is scary. If they talk to you, oh, they're talking to me because they feel bad for me. If they're not talking to you, oh, they're ignoring you not to, like, bring it up, you know. It's just a situation that no one knows how it feels but you. And I don't wish it upon anyone. I don't wish it upon not even my worst enemy. I don't wish it upon anyone to lose a child that way, in any sort of way. Even if it was never born, even if he was 35 and had, even if never, you don't wish it upon anyone. And it was just so hard for me because he had just gotten here. He was a baby. Like, he didn't know. He was just so fragile. And again, if you guys want to hear about Aaron's story, please leave a comment down below. Please leave a comment down below, and I will for sure do a video for you guys about him and his story. I will show you guys things of him that I have stored. And that was my both stories, 15/19 and pregnant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something off of this video. I'm not here to say people get pregnant. I'm just here to share my story, what happened to me, and my opinion. So I hope you guys liked it. Please comment, share, like, subscribe, and put your post notifications on, because I will be coming back with way more videos weekly about anything you guys want. Get ready with me, chit chats, pranks that I can pull on Eddie, story times, challenges. You put them down below on the comment section and I will get back to you. Rafa wants to say goodbye to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. We love you guys all, and see you next time. Peace.